Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a compelling spiritual force of our millennium, founder of an international socio-spiritual movement, pioneer of a modern Vedic Renaissance. Born in the sacred town of Tiruvannamalai, a yogi by birth, fearless spiritual explorer, beacon of divine power, Paramahamsa Nithyananda is today an inspiration for millions on the path. Adept in ancient mystical yogic sciences, researcher of the science of spirituality, guru for enlightenment. Every year, Paramahamsa Nithyananda shares with over 1 crore people worldwide the treasures of his wisdom, the joy of his laughter, and the incomparable power of his initiation. Now, Paramahamsa Nithyananda speaks on living enlightenment, solutions for blissful living. Join us for an unforgettable spiritual experience.
Atachetvam imam dharmyam sangramam nagarishyasi tatasvadharmam girtincha hitva papam avapsyasi. The translation: if you will not fight this righteous war, then you will incur sin, having abandoned your own duty, and you will lose your reputation. On the other hand, if you do not engage in this righteous war, having abandoned your own natural expansion, you will gain guilt, gain sin. Now Bhagavan is coming down to Arjuna's level. See, Bhagavan is not leaving a single stone unturned. First, he spoke in the highest spectrum of consciousness. Then he spoke in the level of biomemory. Then in the muscle memory. Finally, he is coming to the level of engram. Even in the engram level, this war is the right thing for you to do. He comes to the level of engram and says, literally, Bhagavan is playing even with the fear and greed of Arjuna. I tell you, for an incarnation to come down to this level, it is a tremendous compassion. Understand, when an incarnation showers love or shakes you with fear, both happens by his tremendous compassion. He comes down to the language you talk. It's like one day I go to Gurukul and all the kids are sitting and fighting to share some candy. I also sit with them and have the same fight. A normal man can never grasp. Foolish logic can never grasp. You can exploit and abuse this whole verse, this whole situation, saying Krishna exploiting Arjuna, threatening him, saying, "Hey, do this war, otherwise you will incur sin." And poor Arjuna fought. No. If you see every time how Krishna protected Arjuna, every time how Krishna stood by Arjuna, you will see very clearly Arjuna is not needed for Krishna's mission. If Krishna's mission is all about having this war and killing all these fellows and reducing the population, negativity on the planet Earth, he does not need Arjuna. It is Arjuna's fortune, Krishna's compassion. He comes down even to the level of ordinary fear and greed. Only when you look at from this angle, you will understand the compassion of Krishna. He holds the hand, goes to the lowest level of Arjuna and says, "Hey, you will go to hell. Do what I am saying." I tell you, for an ordinary man, his greatness is based on how big he raises himself, poses himself. For an incarnation, his greatness is measured how low he can come down. Krishna is the first master who went to the extreme, the lowest valley to express the love or fear. I tell you, that is why he is Purnavatara. He is a perfect incarnation. He is a complete incarnation. Rama would have maintained his grace. See, when the Ravana was standing without any weapon, see the grace Rama behaves. Go today, come back tomorrow with weapon. But here, Krishna, that poor Karna is not having any weapon, lifting the chariot wheel which is stuck in the slush, goes to Arjuna and says, "Come on, shoot. Finish this fellow." I tell you, for a common man, it looked like but a low level. But only an insider knows. Ravana story is different, situation is different, Karna's is different. And not only that, all the punyas of Karna was protecting him at that time. Any arrow Arjuna sends goes and falls on Karna as a garland. Then he goes to the next lowest level. He takes a different form, goes with the makeup of a Brahmin, begging Karna. He is almost lying half dead. He goes and begs, "Oh Karna, I have come to beg. I heard you never refuse anything. Oh my unfortune, you have nothing to give. Sorry, I am going." He is exactly poking at Karna's ego. Karna built his whole personality based on one statement: "I will give at any time anything anybody wants." Karna comes back to life. It is like when a snake is half dead. If you just put the stick on the neck of the snake, it will raise the tail almost equivalent to his height. Before death, he will jump using his last power and energy. Before going fuse, the bulb will flash. So his ego comes out. How dare you tell that? Ask what do you want, I will give. Then Krishna says, now you don't have anything. You have only all the punyas you earned by giving dana. All right, if you can give me that. Karna says, take it, it's yours. He did not have water to give dana. He just removes the arrow, his own hot blood, he pours in the hand of Krishna and gives dana of all the punya he has done. I tell you, the highest, greatest happened on the planet Earth is this scene. Greatest giver and greatest receiver. This receiver is not an ordinary man. He is not receiving for himself. He knows unless Karna comes out of all the good karma, he will not become enlightened. Krishna does not want Karna to be sitting in heaven. He wants Karna to be liberated. That is why when Vyasa describes each person's death, when it comes to Karna, he says Karna moksha. He does not say Karna vada. Neither for Drona, nor for Bhishma, or for Duryodhana. For nobody, Vyasa uses the word moksha. Only for Karna, Vyasa uses the word Karna moksha, the chapter. He calls us Karna moksha. Greatest giver, greatest receiver. Now, when it is established, Krishna is an incarnation. All these are glorified, celebrated, enjoyed. But when he was in the body, even Arjuna would have suspected. I tell you, for whose sake Krishna did this, even that guy, the corner of the mind, would have thought, if we can go this cheap level with Karna, then better let me be careful. He can do the same to me also. Understand, knowing this all is possible, he comes down to that level. This is the greatest sacrifice.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nithyananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nithyananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.